What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another video. So this video is going to be a little bit different than all of my other ones, which are primarily going to be DIY videos. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my F30 335i. So if you guys are new to the Accelerated Motion YouTube channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you guys can stay up to date with both my M3 and my 335i. So I finally reached a milestone with this car. I've actually had this car for a little over a year now. It's been actually a year and 2 months. So kind of wanted to go over a couple things with this car and kind of give you guys my rundown of my first year of ownership. So in addition to this F30 335, which is my daily, I also have a 2013 BMW E92 M3. I did not want to daily that car, so I ended up buying myself a 2014 335i. So in previous years, I actually also had a 2008 E90 335i as my daily. Super solid car. That was a manual. Did a lot of things to that car. So I've always liked the 335i, and I really enjoy this F30. I believe the F30 came out in 2012. This is an N55 model, so it is a single turbo twin scroll, and it makes plenty of power, to be honest with you guys. And I haven't done a ton to this car, and I can go over mods here in a minute, but for the most part, for the last year, this car has been extremely reliable for me, and I love it as a daily driver, and I highly recommend buying one if you are in the market for one. Generally speaking, this car has been very good to me. I bought this car with actually 32,000 miles on it. It still had the CPO warranty. I actually flew down to Atlanta to pick this up from a private seller and transferred over the CPO warranty, the remaining warranty, over to me. And so since then, I have had basically one issue with this car. Right after my warranty ended, I actually ended up blowing a stock charge pipe. So like I said, this car is stock. It does have a M Performance power kit on it, so it's a little bit faster than a normal 335i, but again, it is technically stock. And what just sucks about it is literally after my warranty ended is when I blew the charge pipe on this thing. Other than that, this car has pretty much just had basic maintenance for the most part, at least in my ownership, and it's been pretty good to me. So I will actually make a second video of the things I like and dislike with this vehicle. It isn't 100% perfect, to say the least, but for daily duty, I really do enjoy it. We can go into some mods that I've put on this car. As you can see, there are some OEM M437 wheels that came off of an M4, and they are in gloss black. Probably my favorite wheel on this car. It has like an OEM Plus look to it. In addition to that, I've done basically a bunch of exterior mods. As you can see, it does have a Gates Innovations high kick spoiler here, which I absolutely love. I was kind of iffy on the spoiler in the very beginning, but now that I've lowered the car and I've got a couple other mods on it, I think it really flows and fits really well with everything else that I have in the car. Additionally, I have a carbon fiber JHP Dynamics carbon fiber diffuser here. JHP Dynamics is no longer selling parts. I've had a couple people DM me or message me on a couple of my comments asking about JHP Dynamics. They are no longer selling or manufacturing parts, so that is what that's from. Additionally, I do have some carbon fiber tips on here, which I purchased actually from AliExpress, and it took about a month for me to get those. Did a video install on that as well, but I really think the whole rear end here is pretty much good to go. In addition, one of my sponsors is Unique Style Racing, and they sent over a bunch of different products for not only this car but also the M3. And probably my favorite mod on this car is actually the blackline taillights, the LCI blackline taillights from Unique Style Racing. So really changed the rear end of the car and made it a lot newer looking, and I think they look fantastic. Another noteworthy modification, as you can see here, it does have a moderate drop to it, so I actually ended up lowering the car just a tad. I didn't really like the M Sport suspension that came on this car. It wasn't the adaptive suspension, it was just the normal M Sport suspension, but I didn't really like the way it felt. And obviously, once I threw these 437M wheels on, I really needed to get rid of some of the wheel gaps. So ended up going with some Bilstein B8 dampeners as well as some H&R Springs, and I've been super happy with this setup. It's very comfortable for daily driving, and it's not jarring or harsh in any way. It's basically an OEM Plus feel to it, and it does inspire a lot more confidence than the M Sport suspension, in my opinion. A couple modifications in the front here. You can actually see that we've got a carbon fiber M Performance style front lip. This is from Extreme Powerhouse. I did have one on here from JHP Dynamics that I ended up cracking, and then I went to a gloss black lip for a while from eBay, and then I ended up obviously going back to the carbon fiber. I just like the way that the carbon fiber flows with the rest of the car. So I really enjoy this front lip. It's probably my favorite, but there are other options out there as well. Additionally, right here on the side markers, you can actually see that I've got some color matched ones, got rid of the orange, and these are from I&D Distribution. Moving on to the kidney grills. These are the dual slat F30 style gloss black grills in the front, and then I also vinyl wrapped the V-brace back there as well. As I mentioned before, I did blow the charge pipe on this car, and so that kind of gave me the opportunity to do some upgrades in that regard in terms of performance. Ended up going with ARM Motorsports, did a whole video install on that if you guys want to go check that out. Basically, we replaced the OEM charge pipe that was broken with an ARM Motorsports charge pipe, and while I was in there, I figured I might as well change the front mount intercooler as well, and the turbo to intercooler piping as well on the other side. So all of those parts are now from ARM Motorsports, and it's been pretty good to me so far. And this car really just needs an aftermarket tune. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to go with at this point. A lot of people really enjoy boot mode, so that might be the route that I go with. Moving on to the interior of the vehicle, it's pretty much factory in here for the most part. So this is coral red interior. It does have some M Performance Alcantara and dry carbon fiber trim that the previous owner actually swapped out. I think it actually came with the wood burlap trim that I ended up selling, and I'm glad that he did that because it was like a $900 option from BMW, and I'm really glad that he did it because it looks fantastic in here, and the wood grain is terrible obviously, and this just makes the interior look and feel so much more sporty. The only other things I've done interior wise, I have a Thinkware dash cam. Did an install video on that as well, and then we also have a silver start stop button that we replaced, and it kind of goes along with the silver trim inside of here, and it looks very classy and clean. And the tinted windows, it actually had really light tinted windows before. It was almost like 50%, maybe 35 at most, and all of my cars pretty much previously have all been 20%, so I ended up having the tint replaced and just to make it a little bit darker. So I'm really glad that I did that as well. One of the other interior, I guess if you want to call it interior mods, is actually my key fob. So Gates Innovations is the one that provided me with this X5M style key fob, and I must say it's extremely nice, super heavy duty, very nice quality. And the great thing is it works like a charm, and I've had it for about a month or so now, have had zero issues with it. The great thing with this new key fob is that my comfort access, feature coding like the windows down on unlock hold, and dealer key scanning all continue to work just like an OEM key fob does. The great thing about this modification is it's about a 1 to 2 day turnaround, but 2 to 4 is what's advertised on Gates Innovations website. He has a compatibility list on his product page on his website, so definitely go check it out if you're interested in buying one. I must say, like, compared to my stock key, this one just looks and feels a lot classier, more substantial. It's weighted and it feels really great in my hands. And I personally think it looks really great. A lot of the silver trim matches, and it just is a really nice piece. If you're wondering about the physical key that comes with your OEM fob, the new Gates Innovation X5M key does have a physical key with it as well, but it is blank. But you can actually have it cut by a BMW specific third-party locksmith, and it'll work the same. Since I started this channel, I've actually developed a relationship with several different sponsors at this point, and a lot of them have contributed to my F30 build. And I do want to give a quick shout out and a huge thanks to my sponsors: BPM Sport Tuning, Unique Style Racing, The Rag Company, Safety Restore, who did my seatbelts on my M3, Motorsport Hardware, who supplied my wheel studs on my M3 as well, Black Box My Car, which has provided me with my Thinkware dash cam in my F30, Gates Innovations, which obviously, like I mentioned just a minute ago, did the key fob as well as my rear spoiler, and Bob Sound, which has provided products for both my M3 and my 335i. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments or questions about any of the modifications or any of my experiences with my F30, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to see something in particular, also let me know. I will probably be doing a follow-up video of the things I love and hate about my F30, so be on the lookout for that coming soon. And once again, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, please let me know. Otherwise, we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.